All right, let's just jump right in. Imagine building a product that connects billions of people, becomes a part of daily life all over the world, and gets valued at over $100 billion, all without ever showing your users a single ad in their private chats. I mean, it sounds completely impossible, right? But that is the incredible story of WhatsApp. This right here. This was the radical, almost rebellious promise made by founders Jan Koum and Brian Acton way back in 2009. At a time when the entire tech world was completely obsessed with monetizing our attention, they bet on something totally different. So today, we're going to break down exactly how this super simple promise led to a global phenomenon. We're going to look at their no ads philosophy, their insane growth strategy, and the genius monetization model that completely flips the traditional ad-based system on its head. Okay, so first up, that promise. While all of their competitors were building what we call engagement products, apps designed to keep you scrolling forever just to maximize ad revenue, WhatsApp went down a completely different path. They bet everything on pure utility. This slide really just frames their whole mindset perfectly. See, they were trying to build another distracting social app. They were building communication infrastructure, something as reliable and as invisible as the water pipes in your house. The goal wasn't to keep you engaged. It was to get out of your way and just work. So let's see how this intense focus on utility translated into one of the fastest growing products in history. It all started by solving a very real, very, very common problem. I mean, think back to what it was like before WhatsApp. Sending an international text? That was expensive. Even local SMS messages had limits. BlackBerry Messenger was cool, but it only works on BlackBerries. WhatsApp came in and just erased all of that friction. Your phone number was your ID, no usernames to remember, and it just worked on any phone with internet. Simple. And this incredibly smooth, frictionless experience, it led to absolutely explosive growth. By 2014, just 5 years after they launched, they had nearly 500 million people using the app every single month. And here's the part that's just mind-blowing. It illustrates their insane efficiency. This massive global service, used by hundreds of millions of people, was run by a tiny team of only 55 engineers. That's a huge testament to their focus on building a simple, robust product. So all this simplicity and usefulness created this incredibly powerful network effect, an unstoppable growth flywheel. The more of your friends that were on WhatsApp, the more useful it became for you, which then pulled in even more of your friends. It stopped being just an app. It became the default communication tool for entire families, workplaces, and even countries. And then came the big moment. In 2014, Meta acquired WhatsApp for a staggering $19 billion. And of course, the whole world was asking the exact same question. How on earth are they ever going to make that money back while sticking to their no ads promise? You see, understanding their long-term strategy here is so crucial because it was completely counterintuitive at the time. Instead of rushing to monetize and cash in, they did the exact opposite. They chose to scale first and just achieve total market domination. Monetization? That could wait. For almost a decade, their only focus was on user growth and building trust. See, messaging is a winner-takes-all market, and they knew that ads would have slowed them down and destroyed the trust they'd worked so hard to build. This was a radical idea, especially compared to the move fast and break things mantra that was so popular back then. So the answer to that $19 billion question, it was actually really elegant. They shifted the focus completely. You know that old saying, if you're not paying for the product, you are the product? Well, WhatsApp flips that on its head. They made this service free for us, the users, and charged the businesses that wanted to communicate with us. This is the absolute key, the WhatsApp Business API. And let's be clear, this isn't about spam or marketing ads. It's a tool for companies to give you better customer service, things like flight updates, shipping notifications, or bank alerts, right through a channel you already use and trust. You can think of it like a premium direct line to you, the customer, and businesses are more than willing to pay for that kind of access. So here's basically how it works. A business, let's say an airline, wants to send you your boarding pass. They use the API to start that conversation. Now, for that privilege, they pay WhatsApp a small fee. So you, the user, get a valuable, timely message, and the airline happily pays for a super reliable way to talk to you. It's a classic win-win. Okay, so let's look at why this model didn't just work. but why it let WhatsApp totally crush its competitors, the ones who are packed with ads and all sorts of extra features. It really all comes down to the advantage of being a pure utility. I mean, this table says it all, right? While other apps were getting cluttered with annoying ads, complicated features, and scouted user bases, WhatsApp just doubled down on what actually mattered: a clean user experience and high trust. They optimized for simplicity while everyone else optimized for immediate cash. And in the long run, trust and simplicity won. Big time. So what are the big lessons here for anyone building a product today? Well, it proves that focusing on user trust above everything else isn't just some nice idea. It can be a world-beating business strategy. And that solving one problem perfectly is way better than solving 10 problems kinda poorly. Ultimately, their entire massive success story really just boils down to this one single powerful idea. They resisted that temptation to cash in on user data and attention, and instead, they played the long game, building a foundation of trust that became their most valuable asset. And that leaves us with a final thought, really. What does it actually mean for a product to be valuable? Is it the one that makes the most noise and captures our attention? Or is it the one that works so well we barely even notice it's there? I think WhatsApp's journey gives us a pretty clear answer.